Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between GunEgg versus Remind. This is a NetEase ladder match. We see GunEgg playing under the name Oversoul, and I've never really cast a game between GunEgg and Remind ever. I don't think I've ever cast a game with GunEgg in particular. We'll see what the new undead player here will be doing over here on the bottom right hand side of the map. You know this is a NetEase ladder match, so in the matchmaking system it believes that GunEgg at least has a remote chance of winning against Remind here, and maybe we'll see exactly that as well. Over here on the top left we have Remind spawning as the blue night elf, like an egg holding a gun. GunEgg, yeah, not quite. What GunEgg actually wasn't there like a Matrix style animation, like way back in the day? Was that potatoes or eggs? I forget. Yeah. Oh, yeah, looking very old. Anyways, let's see how things are going to be going down in this matchup here. Tree of Life, we are looking at a Moonwell, and I don't see an altar yet. There's the Ancient of War, there is the altar, and it is going to be, that's ancient history. Yeah, Altar of Elders now coming into position here. Meanwhile, off on the other side, we are looking at a Death Knight getting trained up. Tomb of Relics, Crypt also coming on online. So Remind going in for a little bit of an unorthodox strategy here. Should be able to get up 2 archers by the 2-minute 15-second mark. And with that, with those 2 archers, we'll see what exactly he tries to do. Should be able to easily clear out this creep camp here. What is the Tavern hero going to be? Perhaps a Beastmaster, as we're looking at 16 over 20 supplies, 17 over 20 now, needing to get 1 more Moonwell up. That Moonwell is going to be pretty much on time. It looks like Remind knows this build order absolutely perfectly. Death Knight is going to be making its appearance around that 2-minute 10-second mark. There it is. And now what hero are we going to be looking at now? 2-minute 15 seconds now done. What? Where's the hero? Where's the hero? There it is. It's a panda. All right, a panda first coming in from Remind. I don't... Very rarely will you ever see that panda as that first hero. Normally, the panda is a great support hero, but I've never seen... yeah, well, I don't want to say never. It's very rare that you'll ever see a panda as that first hero. Archer trying to back away now. Breath of Fire. Oh, no animation at all. Death Knight now comes across. He's going to try and finish off that rogue there. Down to 66. They're now up to level 2. Brewmaster going after some units as the rogue is still just joining in on the fight. Archer now trying to back away as the Death Knight may be able to get a Death Coil to get in that last bit of experience. No, it does not. We see, well, Drunken Brawler for that Brewmaster. A little bit of fighting going back all the way around as the panda is already at level 2. If it gets to level 3, that Breath of Fire will really surely start to add up much more quickly. For some reason, the animation not loading up properly. Oh, Archer next to a bunch of Moonwells, but did not get the proper heal, as we may see a Breath of Fire. No, doesn't even need the Breath of Fire, just going on for a flat-out attack. Units looking to back away once more. Brewmaster looking to back up again. Archers and Forest Troll Shadow Priest going to go ahead and dive back on inside. And this is the problem. GunEgg knowing that normally Night Elf players are not producing units, as that Ancient of War is doing a little bit of tanking and fighting as opposed to actually trying to attack any units here. Alright, Gould. Breath of Fire. No, not enough to finish it off. 65 damage, not the 70. As we're looking at, well, more damage coming back across here. Again, Brewmaster still seeing that level 2. We're looking at a Skeletal Warrior going to get taken down once again as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest looking to back up. Moonwells in here to try and fight back here. Forest Troll Shadow Priest going to go ahead and heal again as the Wisp are still dancing around trying to get away from those ghouls off to the north. Death Knight now down to 230 some odd hit points. A little bit of passing by damage for those ghouls as well. Meanwhile, Ancient of Wars are not training up any units, surprisingly here, as some damage is getting added in slowly but surely. Ghouls now looking to back up. Skeletal Minion making sure an expansion is not being built anywhere. Death Knight now heading back off to the north. Ancient of War right there. There's another Breath of Fire. Didn't really see the animation for it as another Skeletal Minion gets taken down. Death Knight of a Death Knight of Oversoul still sitting at level 1. Meanwhile, Remine sitting at level 2 on a Brewmaster. But remember, the Brewmaster is, well, a rather interesting choice of a hero. Needs a lot of mana and may not be able to get the necessary mana. Meanwhile, the Death Knight of Remine, or Death Knight of Gun, coming in across alongside that Naga Sea Witch, perhaps expecting that there's going to be a Creepjack attempt in here somewhere. Death Knight is going to be able to get in some damage anywhere. There's plenty of damage to be added as the cold arrows are coming into effect now. All right, Death Knight now trying to back away. Are we going to see them turn around, perhaps engage once more? Ancient of War down to almost 300 hit points, needs to back off again. Yeah, weird that the animation didn't load properly. I do agree, not quite sure why. Perhaps, well, Panda now at level 3. Level 2 Breath of Fire could spell a lot of problems here. Death Knight does have Unholy Aura first, as we see a surround onto the Panda. Panda did sell us Cloak of Shadows. Death Knight now trying to back away, down to 8 hit points, down to 2 hit points. A final arrow in the back by Remine finishes off that level 1 Death Knight. Level 1 Death Knight does not take much to resurrect. One final arrow, well, the arrow that broke the Death Knight's back, so to speak. Circlet of Nobility will get picked up by that Naga Sea Witch, finishing off the remainder of these units as GunEgg, well, reconsiders his life choices. 25 supply compared to 39, as that Naga Sea Witch will be staying at level 1. Death Knight, well, should be ready to join in on the battlefield here in just a moment. Naga Sea Witch does not have boots of speed, does not have any ways to move around very quickly. Ancient of War has regenerated all of its hit points, as well as the Death Knight, well, perhaps going to try and pick up Dust of Appearance, as we are already teching to tier 3. It sounds like my feelings indicate that we are going to be going into a Lich here in just a moment with Orb of Corruption. Meanwhile, it is still a solo Paladin, or no, solo Panda. Yeah, I can't even say solo Panda correctly. Solo Paladin we've seen more recently than solo Panda, as the Brewmaster is now running out across the field. Is this Panda going to play a little bit of the Warden game? I don't see a Staff of Teleportation on it. It would be interesting to see whether or not the Brewmaster could go inside here and start using Breath of Fire to take down not only the Acolytes, but also some of the buildings as well. 3 Breaths of Fire could actually take down some of these Ziggurats, and well, that would be some high potential damage too. Panda looking to finish off the remainder of this creep camp here, could get to, or should get to level 4. Level 2 Drunken Brawler, slightly faster, well, slightly better durability, evasion, better than level 1 evasion and level 1 critical strike at this point, as we're looking at the remainder of these units getting taken out. All right, nice little passive ability for that Brewmaster. You see that 123 critical strike coming back across here, looking to finish off all of those units here in just a moment. Meanwhile, back down to the south, Death Knight is finally at level 2 alongside that Naga Sea Witch. Are we looking at a Lich being trained? Nope. Halls of the Dead still not done upgrading. Coming back through here, are we still looking at a solo Paladin? Tree of Ages, no secondary hero. Panda is getting a lot of bonus experience right now. We can see a second Tree of Life has been established for a potential expansion here in just a moment. Interestingly enough, we don't see a Staff of Teleportation on that Panda, which is something I would expect. And what is this? Tavern Heroes galore. We are going into the rockets plus the Breath of Fire. If you can stun them down and then well, line up that Breath of Fire, that is just going to be that much stronger and better. Goblin Tinker is an intelligence-based hero. Units are now trying to make their way back here. Are we going to see that damage add up? No, Panda now making its way down here. What is he doing? What is he looking to clear up, as that Lich should be getting trained here? All right. Getting in a little bit of damage here. Breath of Fire across multiple units. You see all of those units are now looking to retreat back. Goblin Tinker, I believe, did use a rocket attack, but, well, pretty much already come to an end here, as we're looking at the Panda, who will stay at level 4, and the Goblin Tinker, who will stay at level 1. Lich is out onto the field. Orb of Corruption is already available alongside that Sacrificial Skull. We are looking to perhaps try and set up an expansion, but GunEgg is going to be in a little bit of a precarious situation, as it looks like Remind is going to be ready to strike here in the next 5 minutes. This expansion is not going to be established in time, and the Death Knight and the Naga Sea Witch only sitting at level 2 each right now, not going to be that strong in trying to deal with the oncoming onslaught. Panda sitting at level 4, perhaps going to go after these Renegade Wizards. Goblin Tinker, or the Tinker is back across over here. There goes Potion of Greater Mana, picked up by the Tinker here. We see a lot of mana. Robe of Magi. What is going down here? The Brewmaster actually holding onto the Robe of Magi, even though the Goblin Tinker is an intelligence-based hero. We see also the Tinker with Devotion Aura. All right. Units going to be making their way through. Yeah, give the... Well, I guess if you have the Robe of Magi here, it does make sense to try and maximize all of that mana. Brewmaster perhaps going to clear up this Haunted Goldmine before it even gets up and running. And that's going to be easy pickings there as the Acolyte gets stunned temporarily and now may need to back off. All right, I don't see Pocket Factory. This is Rockets over Pocket Factory. There's a stun down right now, even attacking some of those air units. There's a Roar. Death Knight could be in trouble. Potion of Lesser no Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Death Knight now trying to back away, doing exactly that. Panda going after that unit as the Death Knight. Is it going to get blown over here? That is the question. Breath of Fire, is it available? Down to 46 hit points and still able to back away. Roar, well, causing a little bit of extra damage here. Ghouls trying to close in on that damage. Very fast movement speed going up against the archers with an average movement speed. And, well, those units could get taken down as well. All of a sudden, Oversoul in a great spot with the chase here as the Lich could try and get off a Frost Nova. Nope, does not get a Frost Nova off at all. Frost Nova could have spelled certain doom, a cold arrows, perhaps trying to take down some of those units as well. Death Knight sitting at level 2, needs to get a lot more hit points to get, or a little more experience to get to level 3. Picks up Ring of Protection +3 for a little bit more survivability. All right. With that said, it looks like GunEgg is actually in a great spot right now. Expansion looks like it's being re-established. Meanwhile, the Tree of Life is already at full saturation for Remind. Coming back down onto the other side here, Death Knight going to go ahead and clear up the remainder of these assassins. Double Obsidian statues healing back up once more. Death Knight has a lot of work to make up if it wants to be able to be ready for that upcoming fight.
Town is under attack.
All right, Goblin Zeppelin drop inside the expansion location. Ziggurat not yet ready. Necropolis is there as well as the Goblin Zeppelin now once again moving away once more. Goblin Tinker sitting at level 2, and well, Death Knight Naga Sea Witch still wandering back around again. All right, heading off over here to the bottom left-hand side. Ancient of War. Gonna try and do a little bit of tanking. No, we're gonna see a potential exposure and attack from the back here. Dryads, archers, Forest Troll, Berserker, Ghouls trying to make up on that distance. Are they gonna be able to close in on that distance enough? Panda sitting at level 4. There goes a Frost Nova onto some of those units. Death Coil onto the Forest Troll, Shadow Priestess, the Death Knight now leading the charge as quickly as it can with those Ghouls who are now moving very fast, perhaps trying to get in front. There goes another Frost Nova, and being able to pick off units or at least force Staff of Preservations is a very important factor. Panda sitting at level 4 with Scroll of Town Portal. Goblin Tinker trying to outrun. Is it going to be able to do so? It does have fast movement speed. How does it have? How is it green? That normally means that it has some sort of buff that is making it faster. I can't imagine a buff that is making it faster at all, as the Goblin Tinker able to just still essentially run laps around here. And oh, Goblin Tinker, well, if you can't, well, getting in a 19 unit surround to try and shut down that Goblin Tinker, as it was pretty much running laps everywhere. Panda now sitting at level 4 looking to clear. Oh yeah, his passive makes him move faster. There we go. That ability right there makes him move faster. I thought that for a second I had forgotten about that ability. All right, Moonwells, Remind having, well, the upgraded Moonwells ready in position here. Ancient of War could get taken down. Panda looking to finish off the remainder of this creep camp. Not going to get so lucky. Yeah. That little cog ability right there. Death Knight looking to finish off an Ancient of War. Not going to give any... Can you close the back sliding door? Not going to give level 3 to that Lich. Excuse me. We are at Black Citadel. GunEgg is in pretty much the position that he wants to be in right now, sitting at 69 over 70 supply compared to Remind's 73 over 80. But his army just seems a little bit stronger. Thank you. Meanwhile, we do see Mountain Giants out onto the field, and Mountain Giants alongside Healing Wars. It's actually a very, very scary proposition. Anytime you see a percentage-based heal on something with 1600 hit points, it just seems like they cannot take any damage whatsoever. You can see they're taking poison damage over time, but they're just really not suffering from anything really. Coming back the other side here, units going to try and engage ghouls. They're going to try and perhaps get underneath there and get in some damage. Death Knight coming in as well. We're looking at units trying to back. There's an Anka reincarnation. Is it going to get picked up? Yes, Brewmaster does finally pick it up as the Abominations are in that front line. All right, Pocket. The Rocket's just going to continue this stun right there. Level 2 on that Goblin Tinker as it's trying to back up 3 Mountain Giants in that front line. More than enough to really hold off all of those units, as we're going to look at the Crypt Fiend. Perhaps try and, well, is it going to stay alive here? Death Coil onto that Crypt Fiend would be helpful. Scroll of Town Portal as the Crypt Fiend, one low hit point Crypt Fiend. Is this Crypt Fiend going to get taken down? Yes, it does. A giant bug smash right there. Cold Arrows. Naga Sea Witch going to try and get some Cold Arrows there as the Obsidian Statue is getting in a little bit of padding. This could happen again, losing another Goblin Tinker for the second time in this match. Level 5 Panda, level 2 Goblin Tinker going up against 333, that Lich, now having level 2 Frost Nova. Goblin Tinker having, well, a very bad day. Kobold Geomancer, Tome of Intelligence +2 being left by, nope, picked up by that Death Knight. Getting in a little bit of extra mana as well. Meanwhile, triple Mountain Giants. What do you really do to try and deal with these triple Mountain Giants? You can see that they are taking damage even though it is nightfall, where they actually have, 200% hit point regeneration. So their damages, or their hit points are going to slowly drop over time. And that's one of the ways Undead can win these wars of attrition. Just taking away natural regeneration for a little bit. 4 Mountain Giants, however, a very large army of Mountain Giants able to tank a lot of damage. They also have siege damage, 35 to 56 damage, and should be able to take down the Necropolis as well. Death Knight now on the move. Are we going to see, well, what are we going to be looking at here as an Acolyte unable to haunt this gold mine? Dryads finishing things off here. Mountain Giants trying to finish off these Nerubian towers, this Nerubian tower and the Necropolis here. Acolytes are just trying to haunt this gold mine, get every little bit of gold out that they can, as we're looking at a Gargoyle needs to get a Death Coil to try and be saved. Crypt Fiends are here as well. Little bit of damage coming back across here as the Lich is going to be able to get any more damage on these units. Well, 1 Dryad and 1 Archer taken out there. All right, it looks as though the Necropolis is not worth saving. That's going to get taken out. Remind is going to be up on bases 2-1, and the window of opportunity for GunEgg to really shut down his opponent is starting to close. Remind, the longer this game goes, the better it will be for him, as we are looking at, well, 2 bases to 1, and the main bases have about 4 minutes of mining left. All right, a little bit of damage coming back across. Staff of Preservation is available. Not going to really have a chance to try and take that out. Panda, however, getting a little bit too far away from this Mountain Giant. Panda going to come back around. Staff of Preservation, wait for it. There it is. Didn't even have to wait for it very long. Panda sitting at level 5, running back off to the north again, as the units are once again trying to re-establish up this expansion over here on the bottom left. This expansion, the natural expansion, has already been destroyed, and Remind says, you know what, let me get up, let me get the proper items I want on my heroes. Goblin Tinker seems to be, or should be, ready here in just a moment. Here's a little bit of a heal. I don't know if you really needed to use a healing ward there, especially if you have a Druid of the Claw with the rejuvenation. That would have been a much easier call. Yep, is it healing the sheep? Nope, the sheep looks like it's getting healed. Oh, now it looks like it's actually getting healed a little bit. All right, Undead coming back across there, taking down 1 Crypt Fiend. All right, we're going to go into a battle here. There is a stunning in that front line. There goes a Death Coil onto that Crypt Fiend at the last possible moment. Fork Lightning coming back across here as well. Frontline Mountain Giants need to get in on that fight. Now we see a good concave here. 74 supply compared to 58. Remind having the big advantage once more. Thank you for the follow, as the Mountain Giants are just going to start squashing all of those Crypt Fiend bugs. Bears coming in from behind as well. Staff of Preservation brings in a low hit point bear. However, that bear wants to back away, doesn't want any part of that fight. 79 supply compared to 51. Gun absolutely just getting stomped on by Remind, as Remind is in dominant control of the pacing of this match. Earth Storm and Fire available for the Brewmaster. We could even be looking at, well, a healing ward being placed down. Ankh Reincarnation going to be used here. Units trying to back away. Mountain Giants going after some of those units once more. Slow Poison coming back across onto that Abomination as the Brewmaster gonna go ahead and just heal back up. There's a little bit of taunt. There's a Squirrel of Town portal to try and retreat back out. And that's the end of that battle. Alright, low hit point Abomination was able to escape. Mountain Giant Dryad combo is extremely powerful. Goblin Shredder joining in on the fight here, looking to take down the Ziggurats as they are upgrading to Spirit Towers. However, this Goblin Shredder should not be able to do all that much. Destroyer out nearby as well, and now coming in with a bit of repairs. Cold Arrow is going to, well, make short work out of that Goblin Shredder, making it move slower. Negative armor coupled with Abomination. Oh, the Abomination could have gotten taken out. Panda could easily Breath of Fire down that Abomination. No, Death Coil finds its target. Mountain Giants, 71 supply, 4 Mountain Giants, Dryads in the back, even a Druid of the Claw for a good amount of rejuvenations when the time comes, as the Goblin Tinker coming down bearing gifts. Alright, where are they going to go here? Crypt Fiend trying to make its way through. Fork Lightning across that front line. Staff of Preservation saves again. There goes another Crypt Fiend as well. Mountain Giants just living up to their name, towering over those Abominations and beating down those units slowly but surely. Death Coil saving that Abomination, but for how long, as we see a stun go down on that Abomination as well. Alright, Panda still in position here. Are we going to see Breath of Fire or Earth Storm and Fire Death Knight coming back? But this is just, well, an A-move moment for Remind. Remind doesn't even really need a micro this battle all that much. We are getting in some mining over here on the bottom left, and there are enough Spirit Towers. He may not want to try and fight here, as Remind is setting up a third base of his own. Alright, front line position. Mountain Giant stunning up onto that Obsidian Statue, down to 315 hit points. Obsidian Statue benefiting from Unholy Aura's natural regeneration, even though it is mechanical. Panda getting into that frontline spot. Is it going to put pressure on all of those units? Well, 3 heroes, 1 Obsidian Statue, 1 Destroyer. A minimalistic army right now, not out of design, but out of necessity, as he's just, well, 30 supply behind in terms of overall army size, it feels. Alright, Lich continuing to back up here. Bear is going to try and engage here. More Devour Magic. Are we going to see 1 Obsidian Statue getting taken down? Yes, we are. Goblin Tinker trying to escape again. Goblin Tinker of Remind could get taken down for the 3rd time. No, however, the Death Knight looks like it's going to go first, and Remind takes the game. Overall score, 12,000 difference between the two, or 13,000 difference between the two. But Remind really felt like he was in just control of that match throughout much of the game. Very odd to see a level 7 Panda and a level 2 Goblin Tinker as the heroes, but that's what we have here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.